The 19th question says P point R h comma k divides the line segment between the axes in the ratio 1:2. Okay, a similar question. We just mentioned that similar questions could be asked. And yes, a similar question has come in front of us. Divides the line segment between the axes. Okay. So without loss of generality, let's assume that point R lies in the first quadrant. Right? It could lie in the second, third, fourth quadrant as well, but without loss of generality, because it may lie in any quadrant for that matter, equation will be same. Point R divides the line segment between the axes. When the person says between the axes, so between x-axis and y-axis, x-axis comes first, right? So as convention, when you say that this is it, point R divides the line segment joining this A and B, the line segment between the axes in the ratio 1:2. So what will you take? Will you take this as 1, this as 2? As convention, 1:2, this 1 will be towards the x and this will be between the axes, x comes first and y comes second. So this will be towards this and this will be towards this, as conventional. This is as per convention, right? Which convention? The NCERT people talk about that, right? Okay. In an ideal case scenario or in another case scenario, this would have been a typical question, because we'll have to solve both parts, maybe 1:2 and 1:2 in the reverse order as well. Another person may talk about that. But then NCERT people only talk about this particular case, wherein the first one and the second one with x and y respectively. So if you are supposed to find the equation of line and it is given that this ratio is 1:2, can you now identify the coordinates with the help of this parallels? Yes. So this is h, okay. This ratio is 2:1, so this will be also 2:1. Okay, this is 2 and this is 1, this will become h by 2. Therefore, the coordinates of h, A will be 3h by 2, comma 0. Oh, what are you doing? I explained the concept in the previous question, right? And now I am dealing with that concept. This height is k, right? This ratio is 1:2, this is k. This ratio is 1:2, so if this is k, this becomes 2k. And the point here becomes 0, 3k. Okay, so equation of line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, or which becomes x by a, which is 3h by 2, plus y upon k with b, which is 3k, is equal to 1. This can be further simplified as, in the denominator we have 3, let's multiply by 3, this 2 comes above, this is 2x upon h, 3h plus y upon 3k equals 1. You can leave the answer at this stage, or you can multiply by 3hk and it will become 2x 2kx plus, okay, this becomes hy is equal to 3hk. This is what you get. You write it as this or this or this, both are okay. Yes, let's check that again. You multiply by k, you multiply by h, and you multiply by 3hk. Yes, that's what you have. That's the final answer for this question, as you can see behind me. This question could be solved. In the previous question, we used concepts of section formula, right? Midpoint theorem and all. And similarly, this question can be solved by finding a and b, we can use section formula, right? This can be assumed as something, let us say a, comma 0. This can be 0, comma b, and we write the coordinates of this h, comma k. Point R using section formula in terms of A and B. Therefore, we find A and B, which we have done directly over there using basic proportionality theorem of a triangle, right? That's the idea that we have used, and I think that's okay. Yes, that's pretty simple for this 19th question, as you can see behind me.